Hello. Okay. Um, we just have to continue with this. If you look at what we have on the board, and this is a new dimension altogether. When any English word that ends in Tion, you just remove the Tion and put Cion with an accent. Whenever you see a word with something on top in Spanish, it has an accent. That means the pronunciation is different. Just for example, if you want to say Espanol, you know Espanol has something. That word is not Espanol, it becomes Espanol. The new sound has something on top of it, becomes Espanol, right? So we have a word. This is a language hack. This is a pattern. The pattern is the same. Just like you have family pattern, we have language pattern, my friends. The language pattern is the same. Year in, year out is the same. So if you can learn the pattern, you can learn the language very fast. Now let's take for example, you have information. In English is information. I remember in this information, you know that there's Tion that ends it information. Then if you want to get this word, you don't have to start. How do I translate information in Spanish? Very simple. Remove the Tio. It becomes information with the accent. Information. Information. So it becomes information. It's easy now. Information. Now, what about education? Now you can do it yourself. As even as I'm talking, you can do it now. Education becomes educación with an accent. Educación. Educación. You're already speaking Spanish, my friends. Educación. What about invitation? In Spanish, we say invitación. 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 What about situation? Situación. Simple. Situation with an accent. Situation. What about celebration? Celebration is also very simple. Celebra celebration. So you have celebration, situation, celebration. What about observation? Observation. Observation will now be to observe. Sorry. Observe. Observation. Observation, observation with an accent. What about administration? Administration, administration. This is me to administer something. The administration. Administration is very simple. Administration. What is it? We have administration. Very simple. Verification. Verification. We're going to be using them to make sentences in a little while. Verification. You now have um, verification. Verification. Ladies and gentlemen, you have come to this point where you have all this written in Spanish. Just the little hack here, which is the pattern, changing TIO into CIO with an accent in O. So you have this thing. They sound alike. You probably be coming in contact with this word, and there are many of them. I'm just giving you just a few for you to learn it now. Now, here is the next thing for us to do at this point. We're going to start making sentences, sentences, sentences with all of them now, right? Now, how do we do that? For example, you're also going to, all of them you're seeing here now, we're going to use the verb. All right, so we have come to this point. Fine and beautiful, right? Excelente. Muy bien, you're doing good. Okay, now let's introduce verb into all the same word. With the verb now, you can make sentences with the verb. Very simple. Now let's introduce something now. For example, we have information. The information that we have, okay, we have information here now. Information, if you want to introduce the verb, all you have to do is to introduce AR at the end of the word. Now, that means you're going to remove CION, and introduce AR. Let's let's start, for example, information. It will now become informa, informa, excelente, which is to inform, informa, which is to inform. Now, if you want to, we're going to be making sentences one by one. Now, if you want to make sentence with it, remember in Spanish, remember what we just learned in our last class, which is yo quiero, which is I want. Okay, now as you're advancing in Spanish, you can always remove yo. You can pronounce it as yo, you can pronounce it as yo, right? These are two different ways you can pronounce. That's why I'm giving you this background. You might prefer the accent yo, you might prefer the accent Joe. It's all the same, right? So I always love to use the word Joe. So yo quiero or yo quiero. Entonces, here now we want to remove this and can always use this. So this can appear as quiero. The word quiero means yo quiero. You know what Joe means I want, right? Okay, so I'm going to be cleaning a little bit so we can have space here. So we already know that I want, yo quiero. Now, if we make a sentence here, we can quiero informar, quiero informar, quiero informar, quiero informar. If you want to say just, I just want to inform. So we want to complete it. Like I want to inform you. It will now be quiero informarte. Quiero informarte. Quiero informarte. I want to inform you. I want to inform you. But if you don't want to use the verb, you just want to appear it as the information. All you have to do, quiero información. So you now remove the word te and informar and now say quiero información. Quiero información. I just need information. Now, remember in English, in Spanish, it can either be masculine or feminine, masculine or feminine. Now, to make it a complete sentence, which is acceptable, now all you have to do, you now say, I'm going to clean a little bit this line. You say, quiero la. Let's make the word okay, because we want to put the word here, de. Quiero de. I want the information. There's a particular information. But if you leave it like that, you just say quiero information. In general, it can be any form of information. But if you want a particular, demanding a particular, because of the you want to, a particular information you are, because that's article. We bring in the article. We want to use the word article de instead of using there is nothing like I want information. I want the information. I want information, right? You say quiero la information. We're using the word la as we're now calling that information feminine. That's why we're using the word quiero la información. Información. Okay. Now, so we just do okay. Okay. Now let's bring it together like this. We'll go to the order. Invitar. I just want to invite you. I want to invite you. I want to invite you. Now, how do you now say I want to invite you? Okay, I have to clean the board a little while so that we can have enough space. Um, okay, we'll make use of this. Sorry, we have to share the space we have here. Now, invitation, which is I've just cleaned it up. You already know this. Invitation, Invitation. I want to invite you. Okay, now let's say quiero. Remember the word quiero invitar. Remember, I just put AR in this invitation. Let me put it back. Invitation. I just remove CION, and put AR. Quiero invitarte. This is you here. Okay, if I don't want to say I want to invite you, I'll say I want to invite my friends. Quiero invitar mis amigos. Pay attention. It is mis amigos because it's plural. You must respect plural and singular in Spanish, masculine and feminine in Spanish. So, quiero invitar mis amigos. For what? To make the sentence complete. For my party. Para mi cumpleaños. Cumpleaños. What is cumpleaños? For my birthday. For my birthday. Quiero invitar mis amigos para mi cumpleaños. We're already making sentences. It's very easy. You're making sentences. Okay, that we have sorted out invitation. Or what about situation? Okay, you can kill invitation. Let me remove situation. You can do that on your own, but let me just try with you. And I'll say, quiero ver. The word ver is to see. Quiero ver la situación. Situation. I almost wrote English. Quiero ver la situación. I want to see the situation. I want to see the situation of things, right? You just trying to, because you just want, the word bear is to see. To see, remember, is this, is bear. Quiero ver la situación. I want to see the situation. Hmm? Okay, now you can also, okay, I want to know the situation. Quiero saber la situación. If you want to say, I want to know the situation, it will now be, quiero saber la situación. Situation. Quiero saber la situación. Okay, we have sorted that situation. We are just trying to share the space we have here. Okay, now, what about celebration? Celebration. Okay, let's introduce the verb and make a sentence with that. Okay, I will say, quiero celebrar, celebrar, celebrar mi cumpleaños. I want to celebrate my birthday. I want to celebrate my birthday. Quiero celebrar mi cumpleaños. We're already making sentences with that. It's very easy, my friends. Español es fácil. Español es fácil. Observación. I will have to stop here and I have to let you know the rest of the three. Observación, administración, verificación, noun. You go do it. Let me, in the comment section, give me the answers to this. Make sentences with this using the verb and using the complete. Make it a complete sentence in the comment section. I wait for you. Chao, mi gente. Vemos la próxima semana, próxima clase. I'm sure you're learning a lot. I want to congratulate you for, having, reached this level. I want to encourage you, keep practicing daily, keep practicing daily. You are bound to be a perfect Spanish speaking person. Muy bien, mi gente. Chao, 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 chao.